Well, good evening. Mayor, elected officials, members of the Hurley family, and I think all of us in this room, friends of Heidi Hurley. Good evening. My name is Christopher Griffin from the Braintree Recreation and Community Events Department, and I'll be serving as your Master of Ceremonies for this year's Martin Luther King Citizen of the Year celebration. To begin, I would ask that you please stand for the posting of the colors. Please remain standing as I invite forward a fellow Marine of Heidi's, once a Marine, always a Marine, Bert Tremblay, to lead us in both the Pledge of Allegiance and offer an invocation.
Uncover. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. And now we say a prayer for the faithful departed. O loving Father, source of all life, please accompany your servant, Dr. Martin Luther King, from the earth of the kingdom of the heavenly peace. Rest in eternal life that you have prepared for us. Forgive any sins that have been committed and welcome this departed soul into the joyful embrace of your never-ending love. Amen. Cover.
I would now like to ask the Braintree High Concert Choir, under the direction of Mr. Matthew Sawtell, to lead us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I'd like to begin by introducing those who are up front with me. Our Mayor, Erin Joyce, our guest of honor, Ms. Heidi Hurley, Barbara Sullivan and Abby Young, who are going to speak in a few moments on Heidi. And I do want to recognize some federal and state officials, as well as local officials that we have with us today. Senator Walter Timmelty, Senator John Keenan, Representative Mark Cusack, former Mayor Joe Sullivan, former Mayor Charles Kokoros, Councilors Anne-Marie Quilty, Julia Flaherty, Meredith Barrica, Peter Moran, Joe Reynolds. Kathy Tuffy from the school committee is with us this evening. We have several department heads. Jim Arsenault, our DPW director, is here. And we also want to make a special mention of some of our past recipients of this award. Our superintendent of schools, Dr. Jim Lee, is with us as well. I do want to note that we do have several of our past honorees here with us tonight. Our 2018 award winner, John Collier, is with us. One of our 2020 award winners and also library trustee, Ann Toland, is with us. Our 2013 awardee, Ms. Sunny Shaw, is with us. And if I have missed any other awardee, I do apologize, but I think I have everybody here. I do want to note that our 2022 awardee, Hank Joyce, is a bit under the weather, but he did call me this morning to ask me to pass along his best to you, Heidi, on this occasion. So let us begin this evening's program in celebration of the life and legacy of one of America's true icons, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., who, in his memory, we are gathered here this evening. Dr. King was born on January 15th, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. He was a graduate of Morehouse College in 1948, earning a degree in sociology. He went on to earn a theological degree from Crozier Theological Seminary in Chester, Pennsylvania in 1951, after which he pursued and completed his doctorate in theology not very far from here at Boston University in 1955. Dr. King's legacy as a founding member of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization formed to provide for our nation's burgeoning civil rights movement. At the age of 34, Dr. King was named Man of the Year by Time magazine. At just the age of 35, he became the youngest man at the time to ever receive the Nobel Peace Prize. Clearly, Dr. King in his time became not just a leader of the civil rights movement, but a worldwide figure advocating for nonviolent resistance to segregation and racial discrimination. In April of 1968, while standing on a motel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee, Dr. King was assassinated at the age of just 39. He spent his brief time on this earth as a man who spent his life putting others ahead of self. One of his most often used quotes is as follows: "Darkness cannot drive out the darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." Tonight, we honor the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., and tonight, we honor Ms. Heidi Hurley for her longstanding service, commitment, passion, and dedicated involvement with the town of Braintree as a staunch advocate for the arts and for her service to our nation as a United States Marine. It is now my honor to introduce our Mayor, Erin Joyce, for remarks.
Good evening, everyone. This is certainly the most lovely opportunity I've had in the first 3 weeks of office here. Tonight, we have the opportunity to honor an extraordinary individual who has truly left a colorful, inspiring artist's mark on our Braintree community. We come together to celebrate the outstanding achievements and unwavering dedication of someone who embodies the ideals and principles championed by the great Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., Ms. Heidi Hurley. Dr. King once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" Heidi has not only answered that question, but has done so with such a resounding commitment to the betterment of our town. Heidi's journey is nothing short of inspiring. A veteran of the Marine Corps, an esteemed educator, and a passionate director of our beloved Braintree Arts Center. which I hope many of you have been able to enjoy. And if you haven't stumbled upon it yet, please make sure to check it out. It is a gem in our community for sure. Heidi has dedicated her life to serving others. As we bestow upon Heidi this well-deserved Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Citizen of the Year Award, we recognize not only her professional accomplishments, but also the profound impact she has on the community. Her tireless efforts have not gone unnoticed. They've enriched the minds of countless students and have brought a unique vibrancy to our cultural landscape with her role in the arts, and certainly in creating the Braintree Arts Center. I'm really happy to be here tonight, and I don't want to take up too much time because there are some friends and colleagues of Ms. Hurley who are going to share some more, probably much more personal words, and I want to give them time. But thank you so much for being here tonight. Like I said, it's such an honor to be able to recognize such an outstanding citizen of our community like Ms. Hurley.
Thank you, Mayor. As the mayor said, we do have several members of our community who we've asked to come forward to share words of congratulations to Heidi. First, I'm honored to call to the podium a friend and fellow board member of the Braintree Community Arts Center with Heidi, as well as a longtime educator for the town of Braintree, Ms. Barbara Sullivan.
Heidi knows this is not my thing, but I'm doing it for you, Heidi. As we gather here tonight to recognize our friend, Heidi Hurley, with this distinguished award, let us be reminded of the words of Dr. King. Not everybody can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Heidi Hurley possesses the qualities that Dr. King promotes: a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. And to think, it all started as a Girl Scout here in Braintree and continued with her service to our country as a Marine. Thank you for your service, Heidi. We all know Heidi professionally as an enthusiastic, energetic, creative art teacher. Countless children in Braintree have benefited from Heidi's positive encouragement. Many are here tonight. In addition to teaching, she was also an advisor to the National Art Honor Society and instrumental with the Braintree High School Yearbook Committee, assisting students in creating their lasting imprint to their high school years, a true legacy for those high school seniors. This commitment to education propelled her to become the director of the arts program in the Braintree Public Schools. Her love of the arts and the way that she encourages others to focus on their creative path is an expression of Heidi's inclusionary mindset for all to be involved in a judgment-free environment. Some people never do that, but Heidi does it every day. Beyond her efforts on behalf of our public schools, the public school system, Heidi has been in the forefront of the creation of our Braintree Community Arts Center. Many of us worked with Heidi in taking a vacant building and transforming it into a valuable asset for Braintree. Just one of the very special programs that Heidi created at the Arts Center was the Convergent Art Show, which was a community event that brought students from the 4 high schools, Thayer Academy, Archbishop Williams, Katz Academy, and Braintree High School together to display their works, underlining their talent and the importance of arts in our community. Heidi is also an author and an illustrator. During the difficult COVID days, she offered us moments of light and laughter with her daily drawings and observations, which ultimately became a book. There's lots of samples of them back there, too. In her own words, in her book, Heidi explained that the purpose of the drawings was, quote, to express my own fears, emotions, and humor about the unknown, but also to motivate others to share art. This was Heidi's way of providing comfort during a very trying time for all of us. All of her achievements, Heidi would acknowledge, would not have happened without the love and support of her family, her husband Joe, her son John, and now Courtney, and all the Larsons and the Hurleys. Like many of you, Joe and I cherish our friendship with Heidi and her Joe. But we know we are not alone. Heidi has her golf friends, her walking friends, her woman marine friends, her teacher friends, her Girl Scout friends, her McGansett friends, her friends here, her friends there, her friends everywhere. And the reason behind her many friendships is her love for others, which underlines another belief of Martin Luther King, that love shall conquer all. We have just celebrated the one-year anniversary of the statue in Boston Common by Hank Willis Thomas. The statue depicts the arms of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King intertwined in what is appropriately named the Embrace. It's a beautiful piece of art. And tonight, in honoring this beautiful person, we thank Heidi for embracing us. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Second, I would like to ask a longtime friend, co-worker, and mentor, mentee of Heidi's, Miss Abby Young, to come forward.
Semper Fi is a Marine Corps motto since 1883, meaning always faithful or always loyal. The motto embodies the Corps' value of honor, courage, and commitment. Be prepared, the Girl Scout motto since 1947, meaning a Girl Scout is ready to help out whenever she is needed. Willingness to serve is not enough. You must know how to do the job well, even in an emergency. Heidi Hurley surely has earned her badges and her ranks, for she embodies all of that and so much more. I am honored to be with you here because you are a remarkable person. For those who don't know me, my name is Abigail Young, but to Heidi, I'm just Miss Abby. I am so grateful to have the privilege of sharing some stories about Heidi. I have known Heidi for a very long time, basically since the 8th grade. I was a designer for years, but made a career change 10 years ago. It was a journey becoming a teacher, and Heidi was supportive, motivating along the way. 5 years ago, an art teacher position opened at Braintree High School, and 5 years ago, Heidi hired me. I had landed my dream job, working in Art Room 295, the same classroom where I was a student years ago. This was a full circle moment for me. Now, I'm the art teacher, working and learning from the best. I was so lucky to see her in action each and every day, watching her give everything she had to educate, inspire her students and colleagues. She also gave me the freedom and confidence to be myself. Scary. Heidi has made a tremendous impact on me in my life, both professionally and personally. She also introduced me to golf. Tonight, I am here representing Braintree Public Schools, the art department, and the art community in Braintree. Seeing Heidi as my boss, fellow teacher, mentor, role model, and most importantly, my friend. I have witnessed her commitment, energy, passion, love, and dedication to this department, the students, and really everyone she meets. Her enthusiasm is infectious. As many of you know, during COVID, Heidi created Drawing of the Day. It gave everybody something to look forward to. She encouraged others to create during this time as well, knowing that art heals and inspires, even in the most difficult times. Heidi compiled drawings into the book, and it was published. She then took the proceeds and offered scholarship to graduating art seniors. What a beautiful way to make something pretty crappy beautiful. Heidi has a knack for that. She sprinkles joy and kindness in all that she does. She supports all people and the artist within them. Heidi brings people together. She makes connections that last a lifetime. She finds the good in everyone. She knows that we are all better together. Heidi's work at the Art Center, her work with the veterans, her ongoing work with Braintree artists of all ages shows her dedication to creation and the creative process. She is always finding new ways to reach others through art. Heidi has touched so many lives throughout the years. Her impact is far-reaching. And here are some quotes from students, friends, and some faculty members. Quote, "Miss Hurley put the fun and enjoyment back in art. Miss Hurley has made me realize that the world is better with passion, creativity, and a sense of humor. Miss Hurley was the first teacher that always was nice to me, and I will never forget that. It was the one class I enjoyed and felt happy in. Her kindness is the only reason I showed up for school and graduated. Miss Hurley brings the joy, smiles, laughter, and playful inner child out in all of us. Miss Hurley is everyone's biggest cheerleader. Miss Hurley is such a spirited, wild, creative heart that breathes life and depth into the students. She is a warm hug that we all need every day. Miss Hurley is just this magical person who is just there for everyone." Other words were used to describe her amazing qualities, including welcoming, inspiring, happy, impactful, radiant, positive, enthusiastic, adventurous, cheery, and loving. Dr. King said, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." He also said, "Be an artist at whatever you do, even if it's a street sweeper. Be the Michelangelo of street sweepers." Heidi, thank you for being an artist in all that you do. Heidi has shown this community how important, valuable, and essential the arts and art education is to us. She is the perfect match and a great choice for the honor she is receiving tonight. Heidi, thank you for always believing in me. I am blessed to follow in your footsteps. I love you, and I'm so proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. I would now ask Mayor Joyce to come forward for the official presentation of the 2024 Dr. Martin Luther King Citizen of the Year Award to Ms. Heidi Hurley.
On behalf of Braintree, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Heidi. Our community is stronger, more vibrant because of individuals like Heidi who embody the principles of service to others. Heidi, congratulations on being honored our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Citizen of the Year for 2024. Heidi, I hope that we offer Heidi a clock in memory. It's engraved at the bottom, but we hope that this recognition serves as a small token of our immense appreciation for your outstanding contributions to the town of Braintree. May your example continue to inspire us all, and may your legacy of service echo Dr. King's dream for generations to come. Thank you so much.
It's 7 o'clock, if anybody didn't hear those. We'll be done by 8, I promise. We have with us some special guests with us this evening who I'd now like to call forward. Miss Lily and Emily Lee Nagy, who are going to recite a poem that Lily has composed entitled The Shape of Love, Peace, and Unity. And we are honored to welcome Lily and Emily Lee Nagy to the podium.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming together today. Happy MLK Week. My name is Lily. My name is Emily. And the name of our poem is called The Shape of Peace, Love, and Unity. Love doesn't have a shape. She follows her own direction. Love may walk in a circle or in a straight line. Love may trip and stumble. In fact, love often may fall. But love is never alone. Love's a waiting call. Love might sometimes get angry and even sound a bit mean. And when love gets really upset, love might make you want to scream. But love will sort herself out, so give love a pat on the back, or give love a break, or give love a laugh. Sometimes love goes out to take a walk in the woods. Love might need time to herself, to think and wonder and rest. But if you see love alone, be sure to stop by and say hi. Maybe share a piece of gum, or give love a high five, or offer a shoulder to lean on, or offer to give her a hug, because that's what love will do for you. Of course she would. She is love. Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Thank you very much to Lily and Emily. Great job. So we would, I'd now like to call forward our legislative delegation, Senator Walter Timilty, Senator John Keenan, and Representative Mark Cusack to offer some citations for Heidi.
We're all up here saying, okay, who's going to follow that? I drew the short straw. Good evening, everybody. John Keenan, it's a pleasure to be here with you all and to congratulate Heidi on this great, well-deserved award. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, my wife, myself, and my middle son went down and did the Civil Rights Trail. And I would tell you to stand on the crest of the bridge in Selma and kind of imagine what those people, the people that were marching that day, faced, and then to follow the path that they traveled to Montgomery to end up and see where Dr. King was killed. It really is quite compelling. And it's also a little bit overwhelming, because when you do something like that, you just realize we have so much more work to do, but how can we do it? And you come back home and you see things differently. And what you see is that people are doing things in their own way. to make things better, to get beyond our past and can keep us moving towards truly a just and equal society, towards Dr. King's beloved community where nobody is left out. And so then you come here tonight and you hear the music, you see the people, you hear the poem that we just heard, you heard the great words of support. There was a constant theme in all of that, and it was happiness, it was love, and it was joy, and it's all very local. It's all what Dr. King so truly believed, that a beloved community is what we must have to make the progress that we so desperately need. Heidi, the work that you have done over the years in the schools and now with people of all ages at the Arts Center is truly remarkable. And truly, it makes Braintree the beloved community that Dr. King envisioned. So thank you for all that you have done, and congratulations.
Heidi, congratulations. Congratulations. And I must say, we're definitely not as lovable as Lily and Emily, so it is a daunting task being up here right at this moment. But my compliments to you, Mayor, and committee. What an excellent selection. An excellent. Heidi, you are emblematic of two wonderful families, the Hurleys and the Larsons. And you also, as I believe Abby Young brought up earlier, all your different friends, and Barbara Sullivan so aptly described your life. Your McGansett friends, your golf friends, your art friends, your Braintree friends, your school friends. You bring people together, whether it be as a United States Marine, and as Chris mentioned earlier, once a Marine, always a Marine, or as an educator, which is a lifetime vocation. You have truly done it all in so many other ways that we're not even aware of. We know, and you do it very quietly, Heidi. You were a magnificent Memorial Day speaker one year, and you've done so many other things that none of us will ever know about because you're all about helping others, and your families are like that too. And you've brought it all to bear in your career as an art teacher and as a friend. I'm lucky to call you a friend. We all consider you a blessing, and congratulations. You truly do live the words and the deeds of the Reverend Dr. King. So congratulations. Senator Keenan and I offered this citation this week in the Senate, and of course Representative Cusack will be up in a moment. It reads as follows: Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate, official citation. Be it known, the Massachusetts State Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Heidi Hurley, USMC, in recognition of receiving the 2024 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Citizen of the Year Award, honoring your service to the Braintree community and your wonderful advocacy for veterans. And be it further known, Heidi, that the Massachusetts State Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, because we know you are not the retiring type. You'll just be doing your great works in different venues. That this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to, and a copy thereof transmitted by the clerk. Heidi, it's been signed by our Senate President, Karen E. Spilka, attested to by our clerk, Michael Hurley, and offered by two very proud state senators, John F. Keenan and myself, Walter F. Timilty. Heidi, congratulations.
Good evening, I'm Mark Cusack, and I have the privilege of representing the town of Braintree in the Massachusetts House, along with my colleagues across the hall in the Senate. But it is great to be here tonight to honor Ms. Heidi Hurley. And I can say that I have the unique privilege of knowing Heidi my entire life, since she goes far back with my entire family. And on a personal note, on behalf of the whole Morrissey clan, especially my grandmother, Mary, who's watching tonight from home, congratulations. In my professional duty, you truly do make Braintree a great place to call home, a great place to represent. And all you do, as Walter alluded to and John, about all the great works you've done and what we've heard tonight, but all you've done that we'll never know, and the impacts you've had on all the students and individuals and veterans and people clear across this town and beyond. And like Barbara, enjoying the pictures on Facebook during COVID, but also still enjoying the rockfish, your different designs you come up with. You're truly a great blessing to Braintree, and I'm proud to come here tonight on behalf of the entire House of Representatives to present you with this citation. And it reads, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Ms. Heidi Hurley in recognition of the 2024 Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Peacemaker Award and your commitment to the citizens of Braintree through fine arts, education, and veteran advocacy work. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors, and it was given today, the 18th day of January, 2024, at the State House in Boston, and it's signed by the Speaker of the House, Ronald Mariano, and myself. So congratulations, Heidi.
Come on in.
Man, come on, man.
Thank you. Good? Okay, good.
Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Give you a hug.
I would now invite the members of the Braintree Town Council who are with us to come forward to offer a citation to Heidi.
Good evening. My name is Julia Flaherty, and I am so pleased and proud to be able to present this award to you, Heidi Hurley, on behalf of the Braintree Town Council. When I think about Dr. Martin Luther King and what this award means, I think about how he wanted Americans to come together to share his dream of a beautiful future for this country. And even though he saw so many obstacles to that happening, he still had the courage to believe it was possible, and he shared that dream with anyone who would listen. When I think about what it would take to bring us closer to that dream, I know that a big part of it comes from our need to understand each other better than we do, and what can help us do that more than art. We don't make art for ourselves alone. Art is meant to be shared. Through art, we can show people so much of what's in our heart, our greatest dreams, our deepest fears, and the things that make us angry, and the things that fill us with joy. When words fail us, as they so often do, art is how we can have a conversation about who we are and what we believe in the world around us. And if you doubt its power, just take a look at the art over the years that has been burned or banned or smashed by people who disagreed. But I think that what people want you to see most of the time when they create a work of art is what they love. Even very little children, they don't start with a still life of oranges. They draw their family, their home, their family pet. I think Dr. Martin Luther King stands for a lot of things for us today. But if you asked him what he wanted to stand for, he might have said love, a love that was big enough and bold enough and magnificent enough to offer the same freedom and respect and justice and liberty to everyone, regardless of race or birth. So thank you, Heidi Hurley, for giving so many people in Braintree a way to have those conversations, to share what's in their heart and bring our community together better than it ever has been before. You have made Braintree a better place to live in, and I am so proud to present you with this award, which says, Heidi Hurley is recognized by the Braintree Town Council as the 2024 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Citizen of the Year honoree. Your service in the military, as a teacher and art director, and creative outreach to our youth and veterans has truly made a difference in the lives of others.
very much. Thank you. Thanks, bud.
I now have the very great honor to call to the podium the 2024 Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Braintree Citizen of the Year, Ms. Heidi Hurley.
Thank you, everybody. Please have a seat, have a seat. So, those that know me, you know I like to talk, so if I talk too much, just start doing this. I am honored, and I keep saying, let's hear it for the arts, right? It's about the arts. We're so excited. Who would have thought that the arts could bring this? I mean, I understand what you're all saying. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, but I got a phone call, and somebody said that it wasn't somebody, it was Audrey said, the mayor would like to speak with you. So I thought, oh shoot. So I got my Braintree Community Arts Center folder, it's bright green, and I sat there and I was waiting for the phone call, and I got the phone call, and I started crying. Of course I did, because that's what I do, but it's like, what an honor. This is huge. This is big, and I thank you so, so much. Whoever nominated me, I have no idea. A measly little art teacher. No, I know I'm more than that, but I just like, wow, this is so cool. I do have people to thank. And if I forget you, I am so, so sorry, because guess what? As I said earlier, I have so many friends in so many different areas and all over the place. And I love all of you. I cherish everyone. So this is where I go. First of all, to the town of Braintree, to the council, Mayor Joyce, Mayor Chuck, Mayor Joe, and Meredith, my neighbor. You know, how wonderful. Parks and Rec, Chris and Emma, just absolutely fabulous. And then I've got the BCAC crew, which is Barbara. You know, we started way back when, sitting in the building when it wasn't even finished, with some big, actually in your living room, with some big dreams. I want to thank Joe, my loving husband. My son who's not here. I want to thank my siblings and their kids, and my sister. Please stand up, Karen. Come on. There you go, Karen. Hey. So my sister Karen, Hal, Harvey, my goddaughters, 2 of them, Holly and Hillary, and Deborah, they're all here. I appreciate that. The Hurley family. We've got the whole Hurley family here, except for a few aren't around right now. But I've got my sister-in-laws, I've got Nikki, and I've got Margot and Sarah. I have got Uncle Pat and Cynthia, and we've got Paul, Nikki's husband, here. So I'm so grateful that they're here. So thank you. And what I really want to thank is my mom and dad that aren't here. I'm not going to cry, I promise you. My mom and dad were both very creative, unbelievable. My dad was an art teacher in Braintree for 36 years. That's where I got this from. That's where I got the passion from. He loved his job. And I would sit there, and then the vacation thing would happen, V-A-C-A-T-I-O-N. But he loved his job. And I wanted that exact same thing. And that's eventually where I ended up. I went into the Marine Corps right out of high school. I think he cried. My mother thought it was the best thing ever. So there's there. My dad was the hippie. I am Braintree, you know? It's this town that made me what I am. Not just my family, but this town, which offered so many wonderful opportunities. I want to tell you, my second grade teacher is sitting here right now. She's sitting in the back. What a wonderful person. Barbara Fitzgerald. She turned from Miss Smith into Mrs. Fitzgerald. I'll never forget that forever. I want to thank my walking buddies who are here, the Camino friends, my golf buddies, but most especially my JV girls. Woo! So when we talk about Martin Luther King, I just want to say a couple things. My walking buddies have taught me about sharing and community. My golfing buddies taught me about patience and tolerance. My open studio friends at the Braintree Community Arts Center, passion and creativity. My former coworkers in the art department, community, passion, learning, and leadership. My National Art Honor Society crew, creativity and growth. My former students, and there's quite a few in here, love and family. And this wasn't mentioned too much, but my Girl Scout friends, Girl Scouts are what also made me. I grew up doing Girl Scouts in the town of Braintree, and that helped me to become the Marine that I was. And people, it's so important what kids are doing today. And then I laugh about my drill instructors who taught me leadership, motivation, and dedication. This message is to everybody here. Parents and families, I need you to embrace creativity. I need your passion and talents. I need all of that. It starts at home. Our family had showtime. I don't know how many of you turned off the TV set, but we had showtime in front of the TV set. Karen would do tinsikas in the backyard. I would bring out my ventriloquist doll. We had the best time. I had fun. Kids play. That's important. Braintree is a community of inclusiveness. We share our arts. We share our cuisine. We share our cultures. We learn from each other's stories and history. Let me say a few wise words, and then I will stop, because I know we have I'm talking too much. 4 really important points. Be nice. Be kind, be positive. Point number 1. Point number 2, spread joy and share. The next one, explore creativity. And don't be afraid of failure. You can make something out of it. It'd be awesome. And then finally, see beauty. See beauty around you. See beauty within you. See beauty in others. Thank you. I forgot to thank Matt and his beautiful group from the high school. Thank you for singing tonight.
Thank you all. Please be seated. Before we conclude, and I ask the choir to sing one more time, we do just have a few people to thank. Obviously, our friends from BCAM who are sending this out tonight on local cable and will be available to rewatch over the next couple weeks. We especially want to thank Heidi's fellow veterans who are with us, who posted the colors, to her fellow Marine Bert for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. And Mary Ficacello from the Veterans Office is here, so thank her for all her help in setting this up today. To our mayor, thank you. To our elected officials at the state and local level, and our school committee members, to our former mayors, to superintendent, thank you for your presence here today. A special thank you to Mr. Sawtell and the choir for singing the national anthem, and they're going to lead us in Let There Be Peace on Earth in a moment. And lastly, I do want to make sure that we invite you all to stay with us afterwards. Fasano's has some sandwiches and some refreshments for us. So please take some time to stay and visit with Heidi and visit one another and catch up, which I think is really the spirit of this evening, what the wonderful friendships that Heidi has formed with so many in this room. So please join us for a bit and have some refreshments with us. And I do want a very special thank you. I'm very honored to lead this ceremony, but this ceremony certainly doesn't happen without the team from the mayor's office, and I specifically want to note Audrey Andronico and Kate Naughton for all their help in putting this together. And the most important thank you of the night to Miss Heidi Hurley for everything you do for our community. Tonight is but a small gesture for the many, many years of service that you have given and will continue to give in the years ahead. So Heidi, thank you very much. And with that, I will ask Mr. Sawtelle and the choir to lead us in Let There Be Peace on Earth, after which we will invite the Veterans Council to retire the colors. So if you know the words, please join in. Abby just informed me that that she's placed a book at the back of the auditorium for Heidi for people to sign. So we ask that you please do that. And with that, I would like to ask the members of our Braintree Veterans Council to retire the colors. Once again, thank you all for your attendance tonight, and please join us in some refreshments and visit with one another for a bit. Thank you very much. Walter.